Hello, everyone, and welcome. So, today I wanted to give you 8 simple words that turn your day from hot mess to blessed. And those 8 simple words are: how does it get any better than this? 8 simple words that can really change your day from hot mess and turn it into a blessing. Now, how do these 8 words do that? Well, first we have to go into kind of the metaphysics of it. And we have to remember that our thoughts make the reality that we see. Now, you see, I used a different word. I didn't use the word create because create to me means if I've created something, that's just how it is. Like I have created it. It is now a still point. That's how it is. I can't really uncreate it. It's already there. Now, if I make the reality, I can make something. I can make a vase and then I can unmake that vase. That it's just simple as that. If I'm playing with the clay, I can make it the vase, into a beautiful vase, or I can make it into something else. Maybe I want to make it into a giraffe or an elephant. I can do that. I have the ability. And that's how I like to see, reality as something moldable, something that we can really, play with the universe. And, of course, the universe is always responding to our thoughts. We're seeing them on the screen of life. That's what, the world is to me. It's just that screen of life. It's projecting back to us our own thoughts and beliefs, regardless if they are conscious or not. If we're seeing it, that means somewhere inside of us, we believe it. So let's take, for example, if you are just having a really bad morning. You've woken up late, your coffee machine isn't working, you can't stop by the Starbucks because the line is just around the building, you're already late, your boss is yelling at you, you have a project due in 20 minutes, and you still have 20 more minutes of work to do on it, and you're just feeling all sorts of flustered. And your mind is automatically going to start focusing on all of those little things that probably happen every day. Like, let's say you get to your desk and your stapler is out of staples, and you're like, oh my God, another thing, here it is. And you start to get really agitated about it. And it's something that happens from time to time. You forget to fill up the stapler. But because your mind is focused on how does it get any worse than this, because that's a good majority of the time where our mind goes. If one thing starts to go bad, we are automatically anticipating and or expecting more things to go bad because of that one thing. And so with that thought, what we're doing is we are making that a reality by seeing, things as more agitating. Like maybe you go to the copy machine, you're like, I just need to make this copy. You go over there and it's out of toner. So you're the one who has to bend down. You're the one who has to go in the drawer. You have to get the toner out. And, it happens all the time where you maybe get like a little toner on your hands and you're like, oh my God, now there's toner on my hands. And you're just more and more agitated because you're looking more and more at the negative aspect because that's where your focus is. But those 8 words that I gave you, how does it get any better than this, can really begin to drastically shift that. And it begins to drastically shift it because you are no longer focusing only on that negative. You are now shifting your focus to, okay, universe, my thoughts, I'm looking for, the silver lining. That's what I'm looking for. Instead of looking for the dark clouds, I'm now looking for the silver lining. And you will be shown that, and the universe will show that. The movie screen of life will begin to reflect that back to you. Maybe you'll get a free lunch. Maybe you'll find, $10 on the floor. Maybe, your partner or significant other will have made dinner for you. You don't know. But the thing is to be in that divine expectancy instead of that expectation, because we were already in the expectation that terrible, awful things were going to happen. And of course, we saw that. But if we are in divine expectancy of saying, show me how does it get any better than this? I'm willing to be shown. You are automatically inviting spirit, you're automatically inviting the universe to show you a different viewpoint. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to, win $1 million. It doesn't mean that you're going to find $10. Maybe it'll be something else for you. But as long as you are in that mindset of, I'm going to receive something better, there is better out there, I know it's there, then you will receive it. But you have to be in that mindset. You have to shift from ugh to okay, I'm willing to see how it's going to get better. Because if we remember that, the universe only wants us to be happy. That's all the universe really wants. And the only reason that we don't experience that happiness on a consistent basis is because part of us may believe that we don't deserve it or that we can't be happy 100% of the time. And there's always going to be something terrible and awful happening. And if we're in that mindset, well, guess what? That's that mindset of, well, when's the other shoe going to drop? I can be happy, but I can only be happy for a limited amount of time because the other shoe's going to drop. So if we instead adopt divine expectancy, if we instead adopt, how does it get any better than this? Then we begin to see things in a completely different light, in a completely different way. And instead of waiting for the other shoe to drop, we're not waiting for it to drop because we never threw it up there in the first place. We're not sitting there saying, I can only be happy for a limited amount of time. We are now focusing on, okay, how does it get any better than this? Now, this is not about, denying what's in front of you. If you're having a bad day, okay, you're having a bad day. We acknowledge it. But as we acknowledge it and we process it, we're still asking, how does it get any better than this? It's not this tool, these 8 words aren't to deny what's happening. It is to help you to shift into a new viewpoint because that's really what a miracle is at its base. A miracle is nothing more than a shift in perception from fear, how is it going to get any worse, to love, how does it get any better? And that's where we want to be. So those are those 8 words that you can use to begin to shift your attention from and really invite terrible things to start inviting, more joy, more happiness, more levity in your life. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. And I look forward to speaking with you soon.